good. Let's keep going. Yeah. Oh, look at these two.
It's my yummy old man.
Yes.
Shit! What the fuck's going on? Walter! What the fuck is going on? He hung up, man!
Been?
I've been busy.
I know, baby.
Answering questions about you.
You can't believe me alone that long.
I know.
That's a little too long, baby.
We need it.
Come on.
What the fuck are you doing here, you fucker?
What the fuck is with this guy? Who is he?
Oh, perfect timing, Kyle. Perfect timing.
He was waiting for that. Out of my neck.
I mean, it's been a long time coming. Welcome back to Thirsty Thursdays.
Cheers, everyone.
Where have you been,
Yeah.
Paul? We
Cheers.
needed you.
All right.
Yeah, where were
here's
you?
A creamy fucking pint.
Wow. Pedro, he can't keep getting away with this, man. He can't keep getting away with
it's
this.
kind of
Dude.
gross.
There's something going on there.
There's something
Yeah.
like that huge ass channel
something.
Moon did a whole like
what's
20-minute
going on
video. Oh, what happened?
What did happen?
I think everything's fine.
Oh, I was like, oh, somebody said what's
You're
going on
tripping.
here.
I think
No,
I saw that video.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of disgusting. We went from like Harvey Weinstein to Me Too to just letting it happen with Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
But he's got anxiety, Paul. He's got anxiety.
Oh yeah. Anytime I get anxiety, I just rub random pregnant ladies' stomachs.
Exactly.
I don't really understand his game. I mean, it's like, it seems like I don't ever see videos of any other actor with like smooth moments like him. He's the one that has all of it nowadays. And he's also the one that all the ladies in Hollywood are crazy about. I don't understand what's happening here.
I'll tell you what's happening. The only kinds of men who behave that way are gay best friends.
Gay.
Yeah.
That's,
No.
that's-
I don't think I get that
that's
sense
what
from
I
him.
wanted
No,
to
no,
bring
no,
up
he's
and
gay.
thinking.
He's gay. He's gay.
I definitely think he is. My husband was watching a video with him and Oscar Isaac together, and he wondered if they were both for each other.
I don't know, man. He's
And
like laying hands on everybody else's
I
wives.
know it, but okay, I know it, but I've had little experience in that department, so
In the gay department?
I'm thinking not in that department. But
I mean, you just basically said your
Encounters.
husband's gaydar went off. I'm just saying.
his gator went off on Pedro, but what I'm trying to say is, yes, I've been around gay people who can be handsy guys.
So you're saying you
Because
have a gay
it's like
friend, so
they're-
you're allowed to say this?
I thought it was well known in
he's
Hollywood.
a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Sometimes he can be a little bit, especially if he's drunk. So
I mean, did you see the clip of him touching Willem Dafoe's wife? And
I
Willem
did
Dafoe
see that.
goes from like,
yeah, but
oh,
Willem
haha,
kissed him
funny,
later.
and then he's really.
Did you see that? Willem
Like
kissed him
this.
later on the mouth.
Oh, that's
I'm
weird.
telling it's been
Willem Dafoe is one of the.
But it's-
Oh, go ahead. No.
It's been known in Hollywood for a very long time that he's been gay on the DL. Like, I don't know why this is
It
news.
seems more and more
Yeah,
obvious. Yes.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe is one of the last people in Hollywood I'd want to piss off. I feel like I feel like he will murder you, but you won't even see it coming. Like it'll come out of like a dark alleyway one day, and it's just
he'll swallow your face.
I mean, wasn't he a CIA agent in Clear and Present Danger?
He's
way back
like
when.
everything.
No, that's correct.
Right?
You're correct, Paul. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot he was in that.
Way to
I
cite.
mean, I would have just
pop
went
culture
with the fact
precedent.
he was Green Goblin, and that's enough for me.
Right?
We don't
American
need to go any further.
Psycho.
I love that he's becoming like Robert Eggers' man. I love that he's always in his stuff.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
supposed to
yeah.
be in the werewolf movie coming up.
Yeah.
And Lily Rose Depp and Aaron
Yeah.
Taylor Johnson again.
Yeah.
Willem
I'm looking
has
forward to that
excellent
movie.
job security.
Nadia's happy about that one.
I get anxiety around Aaron Taylor Johnson if he's around. So.
Yeah, you can use that excuse.
Well, you would have been
Sure to
happy.
fly.
You would have been happy. I was watching a little bit of Bullet Train the other night when I was bored, and I knew I wasn't
He's
going to watch
the
the whole
best
movie.
Best part.
Got to see him, so there you go.
Yeah, but he's like suddenly in everything.
Well, that's like
And-
Pedro
That's okay.
Pascal too.
Well, no, Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Pascal!
I was bringing it back. Yeah.
Is that what I said? Did I say it like that?
He's in pretty much everything nowadays too. I mean, he's in quite
Yeah.
a few films a year.
Yeah.
It seems like he kind of sprouted out of nowhere.
Same as with Austin Butler. He's in like everything now too.
Yeah.
Every-
well, they're
every
young and
year-
upcoming. That's why. And
Mm.
Pedro, I don't blame Pedro for being in everything. The dude's been in Hollywood for a very long time. He's
That's
just
true.
finally getting. You
Got
gotta
his
blame.
due.
I mean, he's a hot commodity, so studios are casting him. You can't
Hot
blame him for taking a paycheck.
I mean, so he's been in 3 movies that we're going to talk about in the past. That all came out within the past month.
He's been in
That's
3 movies that
crazy.
you guys are going to talk about. I'm peeling out after the first one we talk about with him. So it's-
So you
I don't
like
know.
him?
what? No,
I don't know which
I-
movie. Oh,
I've only
sorry.
seen 4 out of these that I saw in your.
All right.
Yeah.
well,
For as insufferable as he is, I mean, I can't deny every time I see him on screen, I think he just steals the show.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
I think
Trained
he's a good
actor.
actor. Yes.
Yeah.
I have said this before. At the craft of acting, he's good, and
Yeah.
I'm able to separate out a person's weird creepiness and their real life stuff. And
You must be a
actually-
fan of Tom Cruise.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Tom Cruise.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's actually a good example. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the craft of the problem is one of the things is Pedro Pascal has a tendency to kind of phone it in after a while, though. So like if he's
Yeah.
really into a role, he's good. But then like you can tell when he just took it for a paycheck because he just acts like himself.
Yeah.
And like I would say probably most people's first exposure to him was Game of Thrones. As majority of people's first exposure to him, and
Buffy.
he stole the show in the episodes he was in. And then you look at him in Mandalorian, and you're like, okay, you're barely even. You can't even use your face to act because you have a mask on.
Right.
You're not even inflecting your voice.
And-
So it's
Probably
What
a
is
lot
that
of times
movie
it wasn't
he was
even him in the
with
suit.
with Nicolas Cage? I feel like he was really phoning it in.
Oh,
Is that
The
the
massive
unbearable
weight of
Weight of
massive
massive
talent.
talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
movie was freaking awesome.
It could have been
thought.
better.
How so?
I know. Okay, real quick. The movie should not have incorporated a storyline in which the CIA was trying to yada yada yada.
Oh, yeah,
It should have been about Pascal and Nicolas Cage writing a screenplay, and someone in Hollywood was trying to stop them from doing that.
Right.
It should have just been about movies. That's it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
Did you
Yeah.
guys ever see him in the vampire movie where he was like working? It's like they were all in a corporation, but like a lot of the people in the corporation were vampires. Maybe it's called Bloodsuckers or something.
Huh.
I thought it was pretty good. It was a few years back.
Was that
Never heard of
the Max one?
I just remember I saw it. I heard his voice. This was after Game of Thrones. I heard his voice. I was like, very familiar voice, but his face, like maybe he had shaved his mustache and whatever. And then I
Bloodsucking
finally put
Bastards.
that
That's
one.
what it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where I first saw him because I've honestly never seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I've never seen Game of Thrones
Except
either.
for the beginning. Or no, it was the very
Well,
end
he
of the
didn't come
first
in until,
episode
I
ever.
think he showed up in season 4.
It was
when
later
he
on,
was-
yeah.
Yeah. Because he was only in a few episodes, but they were some of the better, like some of the best episodes in that season, if not overall. And he really stole the show when he had his fight against the Mountain. So it was,
Doesn't his head get crushed?
Yes.
yes.
Nice.
And I'd read the book,
used
so I
the
knew it was going to
video,
happen.
actually.
It was annoying.
Yes, he did show up in Buffy.
Wow, I
Really?
yeah.
I didn't know that. Really?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Buffy.
He's
Yeah.
been in a lot.
Early
over
on.
I
the-
remember.
Early on.
Wow.
He looks so young in it too. If you look him up, he looks really, really
Yeah.
young into it.
I remember was it the second Equalizer?
Was he
Uh,
really?
Yes,
He
he
was
was,
the bad guy
in
in
that.
there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he played the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he
Well, he
continues.
said that he won't take it. He won't shave his mustache anymore. He said he hated the way he looked in Wonder Woman 84, which I don't know if he hated the way he looked or he just hated the fact he was in that movie. Because
that might have been.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, he was
myself.
probably the best part because of how much he chewed the scenery in every scene he was in. It was like you knew the movie was
good.
shit, but at least he was making it funny. Like he was making it funny bad.
Right.
No, he couldn't save that thing.
When did that come out? Did that come out in like 18?
No, that came out
2020,
it
dude.
was one of the first movies to come out and after
The theater started to reopen.
COVID started because they
It was
they
Christmas
were-
of 2020, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
It looks like he's gone through 3 different name changes according to his IMDb. He was Pedro Balmaceda, and then he was Alexander Pascal, and then he went to Pedro Pascal.
Alex.
What's his like real name?
Pedro something.
The one that he
Pedro
was
and Pascal.
born with.
Where did
Jim.
it start? Where did it start?
What does he register under the offender list?
Yikes.
In fairness,
Well done.
he whenever he's doing an interview and he's with an underage child, he's never touching that.
Vanessa Kirby needs to know for the court document.
Unless you count him touching the pregnant belly and there's like a there's a barrier there.
His full name is Jose Pedro Balmaceda Pascal.
Oh, all right. So they're in there somewhere.
I
there
knew
somewhere.
That, yeah, I knew that both of those names were his.
So
He
everything
just had a
was in
long
there. He
string of
just
them.
abbreviated it
Yeah, or added Alex at some point. So.
and was like,
I mean,
"Nah,
Alex,
let's get
Alex
that
is a great name. I got a nephew named Alex. It's
Wow.
good, powerful name. I don't know, with an X in there.
Alex is such a great name that one guy at some point in history went, "Hey, I'm that great, and my name
Yeah.
happens to be Alex."
the great, the
Yeah.
great."
He was like, "Look, no one's ever going to be better than me." So,
Yeah.
except maybe Pedro Pascal. We're not
Pedro.
sure. So,
He made a
Wow.
run for it.
Yeah. Well, he's in
isn't
everything.
he in like?
including-
Isn't he in 3 things currently in theaters like right now? Like
Yeah,
as-
one of
like,
them
they're all
being-
concurrent as. Like,
Yeah. One of them being Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Which is one you have on your little list for tonight.
It is. Yeah. Well, look at that smooth transition.
Gosh.
Not obvious at all.
Now, the reason that Pedro Pascal is in so many movies is he is not in Eddington and Materialist as much as people assume he is. That's how he was able to get away with it. But Fantastic Four, he is a main character, which
Yeah.
we can get into. Paul,
Yeah.
on your cue.
I mean, yeah, I thought I talked to the guys at Hardcut like way late when I got back from the theater the night I saw it, and I thought that every character was miscast except for the Thing and who else? Silver Surfer and Galactus. The rest, I like the Stranger Things guy.
No,
Quinn.
not
But
Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn. He's a good actor. I like him, but he's not right
He's
for the
dog.
role. I mean, he wasn't as funny as Chris Evans, but then I mean, you can't have Chris Evans playing 2 Marvel characters now.
Chris Evans
he did.
ruined that role for anyone else trying to do it because I just rewatched the first 2 that he was in, so 2005, 2007. There are some major flaws, especially the casting with Jessica Alba, though she's gorgeous. She is terrible at acting, and Ione Grufford, however you pronounce that name, they are not good in those roles. But Michael Chiklis and Chris Evans are excellent in those roles.
Yeah,
they had great
Chris Evans
chemistry.
rules.
I,
Yeah.
I,
Wait, so Paul,
I always
off
like
each other
Chiklis.
so well.
Chiklis is good. Yeah.
So Paul, you like Joseph Quinn outside of Fantastic Four?
yeah, I liked him in Stranger Things. What else has he been in?
Warfare.
Quiet Place.
Oh,
Day
that's right,
One.
yeah,
He was in
Warfare.
Warfare. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
very
yeah.
good in Warfare.
Okay.
So as Johnny Storm, he really didn't get a chance. First of all, both him and the Thing were very underutilized throughout the movie.
Yeah.
They didn't get nearly enough screen time to develop, especially the Thing. The Thing got barely any.
Anything. Yeah. I mean,
all of his development was in scenes of him walking down the street being like, "I don't say that, guys. I'm sorry." Like,
yeah.
no, but and then he's like, "Hey, you're kind of cute. I'll never see you again." Like,
Human Torch had that whole thing with Silver Surfer. Like
and that was all
and
he
that
had,
actually
though.
worked. In my review, I said that actually worked better to have the Silver Surfer be a female because he appealed to her emotions in order to whatever, get her to stop Galactus.
But
I don't think it would have worked as well with a male Silver Surfer.
I'm getting all sorts
unless
of
you change the
spoilers.
whole.
You haven't seen this at all?
I'm going to go see it on Saturday. I was in
God.
San Diego when it came out. I couldn't go see it.
She's literally in a review for it and hasn't seen it.
Then the
No,
first
I'm
hour,
not having. Yeah,
the first
You're not
hour
gonna be missing
is
anything if we
so boring to me. I
believe
so bored
you.
the
I
first
don't
hour.
necessarily want to see it. I'm just going to see it because
But
I'm
I'll-
going to be on Polly's stream on Sunday talking about it.
But I'll say Storm he used his brain a little bit more in this one. I'll just say that.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, no,
I feel like they nuked him. They removed his balls. That's what I feel like happened to him.
I didn't think
it.
that. He was
What?
still the ladies'
Stop
man. He was still a smooth talker.
He was smooth. He was putting
Okay,
moves.
hold on.
Just didn't give him
Brawler.
very many opportunities.
Brawler, name one scene from the movie where he's hitting up a chick.
Well, he's talking about the ladies, and
Thank
then
you.
the ladies are balling
Thank you.
over him.
No, that's
He didn't
sufficient.
get
Thank
an
you.
opportunity.
Well, he was trying to
But
hit up
still
Silver
was
Surfer,
interested.
man.
Yeah, he was going for Silver.
There's one. Man.
Do you know like the
told him to go
contrast
fly.
between the way that Johnny Storm is in Chris Evans' version is just night and day. Completely
Even in
different
the
character.
They had already said
Even in the
that was going to
comics,
be a
too.
thing. That was one of the things. That was one of the reasons I didn't even want to watch it to begin with. The Silver Surfer gender swap, even though we all know
It's a
and
it's a
then
different
that-
timeline, so it doesn't.
I was
I
going to
know,
say,
but
but that does
still.
exist. That does exist in the
It
comics.
does
I mean,
exist.
it does.
It
Like
was
the
in
Silver,
one-
you're talking about the girl
what if?
Silver Surfer, but we all know the reason why they chose to use that.
So
one.
over these different timelines, different Earths, different worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's boring though. It's boring.
But
Well, that's where
Multi-universe sucks.
they're gonna be trying to unfuck all of that with the baby actually. Franklin Richards.
Franklin.
Yeah, because like in
Great
the
universes.
in the
Yeah.
90s, there was a storyline where like Magneto and Professor X merged into this creature called Onslaught. Yep. And basically the only way to win was for Franklin Richards to create a pocket universe to save the Avengers, Fantastic Four. I forget what the run was. I have it somewhere in my mom's house. But I think they're just going to use the kid to unfuck everything into
can't
like
stand
one
that.
I
timeline.
heard
I
that
can't-
was going to be a thing. Yeah.
I can't deal with. All right, it's already bad enough that they shit on all of our male heroes and replaced them with a female version of them. But I definitely don't want to see a kid own the show and be the dominating force of the universe. That's that's low.
Hold on a second.
I can't
That's
see
accurate,
that.
though. That's accurate, though. Franklin Richards is like the fifth most
I
powerful.
know it's
being
I know
all
it's
of
accurate, but
Marvel.
that's something I don't want to pay to see that.
But that's like I'm thinking about like the old Superman. You're seeing him as a baby coming into the world. I'm just saying.
For 10 minutes.
Here's the thing. I think they're gonna.
Well,
I mean,
you
they
don't know how
already-
much
doesn't
he's going
play
to be
a
in the
pivotal
next movie.
role in the universe at that point in time.
The way they played the other MCU, like the first string, the first series, all the way through Endgame, like it might be a while before he's grown and like really taken that action. You don't know, I guess, at this point.
You think they're going to do the sudden growth spurt thing?
Definitely.
You know,
They already did it.
Probably.
They already did it.
some magic
They did it
thing.
again. They already did it. They just said they did it. They jumped
Because it was
4
like
years.
4 years later. It wasn't.
So, so
No,
he's already
he
4
looked
years-
age appropriate to that.
What I'm saying is they're already using jump time. Like
No. What I'm saying is an instant, like next day, all of a sudden he's a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean,
Are they not
we
going
don't-
to have
think
like
they'll do
a
that,
time
but
jump?
I think
Like
they'll
years?
have some kind of time jump in
Yeah.
in the movie where it'll make sense. Like it's another 4 years later, it's another 10 years, or something like that. 3 years. Heck, I would accept it if he's like 8 years old. At 4 years old, it's going to be a little rough, but I could accept it at 8 years old.
By the time it happens, there's gonna be like he will be 8.
They already played with the
He
time
also has
dilation
his
in the movie.
sister too. He has a sister too as well.
That's right. Yeah. Well, not in this movie.
I don't think they're going to
yet.
play with that
Yeah.
anytime soon.
Wait, so do you guys want to see a child pull these strings on the big screen?
I
You wanna see
don't
this?
think it's gonna. I think he's gonna be like a MacGuffin. Like we need. Like he's gonna be. All right, the Fantastic Four. They want to get him back. Doom's gonna have him for some reason. It's all gonna be about this child, And I'm sure, like, at the end of the movie, he's gonna like explode, or not explode, but like his power is gonna explode and do something.
We all know in what way you're talking about.
I'm already gonna. I'm
When he
gonna call it
reaches
right now.
puberty.
The Secret Wars. Doomsday happens. And Secret Wars is a year later. Secret Wars is going to be his pocket dimension where everything's going on. That's what's going to happen.
But that again, yeah, I mean, but it's all going to lead to that. So I mean, he's going to be the MacGuffin, but I don't think it's going to be like he's going to be using these powers constantly through the movie. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, honestly.
Is there anything?
One of the early things with Franklin Richards is that he doesn't even realize how powerful he is.
Exactly.
So he just things happen. He doesn't, a lot early on, they don't even realize why they're happening. He rewrites reality based on his like own fantasies. And then eventually they figure out, Reed figures out what's going on. So, but this version of Reed is retarded. So probably
Thank
not
you.
going
Yes,
to.
100%.
He'll probably be like,
I mean, he was like logical, measured. He's not
he
the
wasn't.
best.
He was not. What are you talking? What movie did you watch?
I don't.
He was emotional the whole time.
Okay, I can get beat up right now. I'll say this right now. I had fun with the movie. Just for what it was. I had a good time with
this movie.
I had a good time with it.
There's
I
no
had a
fun
good
in
time.
it.
No, I was no. Slav, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
it wasn't fun to describe it as that. It was dramatic. It leaned more toward the dramatic. I would
But
say.
it was all the dramatic side was all tell, no show. It was constantly them saying, "This is going to be scary. This is going to be dangerous," and then it never showed the scary and dangerous.
Yeah, and especially in the beginning, in the first 10, 20 minutes, felt like a giant montage of voiceover. The Fantastic Four, welcome to the 60s television show. They just got hit by a bunch of rays. Everyone,
to avoid having to retell an origin story.
But we already know it. We don't need to know any of that anyway. Just start the movie where Silver Surfer just comes in. You know,
we know it, but regular old moviegoers don't.
And I thought that was I actually thought that was a good way to do it without going through the entire origin story again. It was kind of the recap and bringing them out onto the show, and you have all these people that don't know that backstory, and I thought they pulled it off in a good way.
I think they took too long at the very least.
Nadia and Paul will probably agree with this because I know you're both comic people. Or old comics like 60s, 70s comics, there was a rule. You had to, every few issues, you had to remind people about what happened. And at the beginning of almost every issue, they would give you like a very brief 2-panel reminder of like, this is how it happened. So that way, if there was a new person coming in, that was very reminiscent of that era, of that 60s era comic of like, well, let's just do a really quick recap. And I liked that. I thought that was good. It wasn't the first time we've seen it. We saw it with Spider-Man in No Way Home, not No Way Home, the first one that he was in.
Homecoming.
Homecoming, yes, thank you. And then they also did it with Batman in the Snyder versions where they kind of just showed flashbacks. To it. And with these more well-known heroes, we don't need a huge reminder, but some people do need a reminder. Some newer fans, younger kids need something to
something like Batman. You don't need it. Something Superman. You don't need it.
However, this is Marvel's first family, and this is supposed to like reset this whole MCU stuff. Like, I get where you're going at, but I found the first part of it with this montage of just like giving us clues of who the characters are, and if you know the characters, you're catching on, was boring. There's nothing.
I'm glad you
found it boring because you didn't need it. You didn't need
it.
Right.
No, objectively, even looking at it from somebody who doesn't have any comic knowledge, it was still boring.
Why? Because they didn't show.
Yeah, it was just
they did both. I thought in that one, like Superman told. Like Superman kind of did the same thing where they were like doing a quick thing and they kind of just did the little phrases, you know. That was told and not showed. I thought this one told and showed.
They actually showed them getting in the ship and what
the ship
physically
and
happening.
things can't happen.
And it was only in the end, it was what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
It wasn't very long.
And honestly, for me with Fantastic Four, the beginning isn't even the problem. It's the rest of the movie where they tell and don't show. Like the rest of the movie does the same thing. Like they constantly talk about Galactus. Galactus is a threat. Galactus is a threat. We're all scared. Be scared of Galactus. And then he comes and there's no threat. Like
so he was just a generic kaiju. That's all
do you think
he
he just was underutilized in the movie?
Yeah, would I say underutilized? Yeah, but like there was nothing imposing or threatening of Galactus. I mean, he was a step above a cloud in space, sure. but not much of a step above a cloud in space. Like there was no fun had with the Fantastic Four. We barely saw them use their powers. We barely saw them.
I can see that.
Yes, we saw Johnny, flame on. We saw Mr. Stretchy Stretch, Mr. Fantastic Stretch.
No, but like that only happened at the end.
Powers, but it wasn't like in a heroic way. Like there were very little heroic moments.
Do you think
they
were rushing it in a sense, using Galactus and rushing it to get to the point where they can fix the MCU? Because I feel like they're going to start the Fantastic Four. There are a ton of other villains they could have used as like a placement instead of wasting Galactus, completely wasting him.
But he might not be completely out of the picture, though.
Oh no! I mean,
no, he's never out of the picture.
But I mean,
can't destroy him.
No Secret Wars,
but
he's not out of the picture.
What they did to Mole Man was disgraceful.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. That could have been their first big. If they're going to stick with the '60s aesthetic and all that, that could have been their first really big villain introduction to these characters, and then use Galactus as like a later big baddie. But I feel like we wasted it. Similar to what was it? Love and Thunder, when we used Christian Bale for
Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah. Wasted. Completely wasted.
But maybe he's not wasted. He's not destroyed. So, he's lost. Maybe Dr. Doom or somebody's going to be able to find him and pull him back into it.
Here's the main issue with Galactus is he needs as much setup as Thanos. So Thanos had that whole multi-arc, and they did it slowly. Here's a little bit. Here's a little bit.
Same thing with Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Except,
these
Jonathan
villains
Majors
have
was
too
the
much
creep.
going on. Galactus has way too much going on to just kind of relegate him to being the secondary villain for the movie. Because that's really what he was. The primary villain for the most of it was the Silver Surfer.
Yeah. You know what? Frankly, I don't care. I don't even care about Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. I don't care. I gave up on Marvel after Endgame, because everything after Endgame, even including No Way Home, don't care.
Something I looked at
Nads.
carefully at the very end of the movie was, of course, at the post-credit scene, you see him holding the mask. And I when that popped up, I immediately stared at the mask because I wanted to make sure this wasn't some Iron Man mask variant. I still can't really tell, but I'm worried. Please don't do this.
Credits were
It's a Tony variant dressed up as Dr. Doom, and then
poor Sin is getting everything ruined for.
Sorry.
Or how many post credits? Just so I know how long I need to stay.
No, but don't bother with either of them.
Oh, sorry.
No, stay for them if you're
the mid credit makes sense because that really does set up Doomsday.
But we already know about it, though. We already know he's coming. It's not a surprise.
I do know that.
The funness of those surprises of who's that? That one's gone. They ruined it a year ago.
Well, what was surprising is they didn't even tease us with a shot of him turning around and us seeing Robert Downey Jr.
It was such a waste. It was so cheap.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think it's going to be Dr. Doom with Tony's skin on top.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There you go.
I thought recently about what it was really
his own
supposed
face
to
and
be.
stretched it over.
It's a Stark variant as Dr. Doom. It's
Right.
not the actual
Right.
Dr. Doom. The
It's a
real
different
Dr.
Earth.
Doom. Yeah, so they can use Dr. Doom later on once they fix this whole Earth, multiple Earth issues. And
Just like they did with the Mandarin.
Yeah.
So clever.
They done fucked up there.
They fucked up everything. I'm over it, man. I actually, you know what? Superman has its problems, a lot of problems too. But I actually think Superman has better rewatch value than Fantastic Four. I would rather watch Superman again before Fantastic Four.
I will pass on
actually,
That's a great transition.
Nadia, you and I disagree on that. I've agreed with you so far with everything, but that is something I'm going to disagree with you on. I want to say one thing though, and
because it's Paul's show, I will be nice to you. But go ahead.
Ooh.
Well, no, you've been nice to me. You'll have to show me what you mean on the next Institute stream. But no, the Julianne McMahon, who played Dr. Doom in the previous iteration, I really like him in that role. And it's not just because he just passed away. Rest in peace.
He did?
I was about to say, if you're suggesting he takes over again, I was
Shit.
about to be like, I have some bad news for you.
Where have you been?
Where
have you been, man?
You
know the Hulk. You know Hulk Hogan's dead too,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Ozzy Osbourne. Okay,
I knew that one. I didn't know him because I used to watch Nip Tuck way back.
I used to watch Charmed.
Charmed.
Oh, he was on Charmed. That's right.
That was when I first saw him.
I think he's an underrated Dr. Doom. I do.
He is,
I think
but he looks the part though too. Like I hate the ethnicity of Doctor Doom. He's supposed to be Romanian, kind of like that region.
That's the thing. Those movies from the 2000s, especially the first one, I'll even give the second one, are way more fun than this movie was.
Yes.
They are so much more fun.
And you want to know something? The Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer 2007. That is essentially kind of the same plot line as this one in 2025.
Except they actually showed Galactus and not like
I know. They told it very differently, but it's the same plot line in terms of Galactus is coming to destroy Earth.
Well, it's a storyline from the comics. He becomes his.
But I've never heard. No one has said that. I've never read anything that says, "Oh, this is kind of a remake of the movie that came out 15 years ago."
You know what? I will say, I was expecting to really hate Julia Gardner because I can't stand her. I think Ozarks is where she peaked, and that's it.
And then in Wolfman, how about that?
What about Inventing Anna?
No,
She was
everything.
great in
Everything else. No, Wolfman gave me like. Oh, anyway, but I didn't hate her. I didn't dislike her as because she was very like little bit in the movie, not as much as I was expecting.
You really couldn't tell.
Here's the thing
anyway.
With her Silver Surfer, like I know we talked about it a little bit. There was literally no reason to cast Shalabal, make it Shalabal or whatever. Like it could have been Norrin Rad. There was nothing story wise in the movie that was impactful to make it her. It could have been Norrin Rad. We know that it was just simply done to be, hey, we put a woman in this movie.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's a woman. Especially if you take a look at the end of the movie, how the movie ended. Who beat Galactus? There's two people who beat Galactus. Which two beat Galactus? It was two women. Two women defeat Galactus, and that's all they were leading up to that there. And it's kind of disappointing to see that's why they did that. I mean, it's 100% why they did it that way. But that they did that. Now, nothing on Julie Garner. I think she did fantastic in the role. I think she did really good. I will say the special effect that they used for her voice, I think, was awesome. But I think it could have been just as good if it was Norrin Rad. But yeah, I don't know. I will say I'm looking forward to her next movie, Weapons. I think that looks cool.
We're gonna see that next week.
Yeah, I'm seeing that next week too. Sin, you're coming to talk on my channel for it too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, do we have to talk about Superman? Can we just skip Superman?
Well, that's a whole on.
Dude, it isn't his fault that you just talked ad nauseum about it.
We can just move on. Talk about F1.
I haven't seen F1
slightly underrated or overrated movie.
Kyle.
Oh,
you're the first person that's ever dissed this movie.
I'll tell you why if you want to know when we get to it.
You gotta go see it. No, I'm gonna go see it.
I'll tell you why when we get to it.
All right, let's do Superman first.
There it is. Like your style.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
I'm just gonna pick on Slav.
Okay.
You're the Superman
nice
here.
To say about it.
Sure.
Don't worry, I'll back you up, Slav. Don't worry.
Oh, thanks.
Don't worry.
Thanks. No, well, here's the thing. Like, I went and saw Superman, opening night, and then I went and saw it a second time. I've seen it twice, and I admit, the first time I saw it, I thought it was, I was disappointed. I came out of the movie somewhat disappointed. There was a couple moments where I was bored, and I had fun with it, but I was still a little disappointed. It wasn't until the second time I went to see it that I came out, and I was like, "Damn, that was a lot of fun." And I realized that I think the first time I went into it,
box office, your face.
I was really going into it like I need to find reason to love this movie. Like I need to prove everybody wrong that's trying to hate on this movie. I think that's what I was doing going into it the first time. Plus the audience sucked. Like the audience the first time I went in there, nobody laughed. Nobody was having a good time.
Really?
Anything. Like everybody just sucked in that audience.
Well, that's I don't know. That's too bad because in my audience, people did laugh and they gasped and whatever.
Yeah.
It was a fairly packed theater, if I recall.
Slav, something I like about your reaction there is I feel like everybody that went in understanding or having a certain impression based off of the marketing, based off the trailers, we all had an impression that this was going to be a little different, that this was going to be James Gunn delivering us a heartwarming story with a hero to look up to. That's what I thought. All those trailers told me that. and I knew
they
he would be
didn't?
flawed, and I knew
Have
that
you
he
ever
would
seen a
be.
James Gunn movie?
Well, yes, but I
biggest-
thought this was his chance to switch things around and to show that he's not just the constant joke teller. And then we watch the movie, and it's way more quippy than even Guardians of the Galaxy. It's unacceptable.
The biggest problem with Superman is James Gunn. That is the biggest
Yes,
problem.
he should
with
not
that
have been.
movie.
He should not be given a big IP like
Yeah.
that.
He
He should be relegated to the side characters.
Yes.
I was
I'm gonna
unimpressed
say-
with this movie.
There's a scene in the movie where Superman and Lois Lane are making up. They're having hot cocoa. It's a very touching moment between the two, but you can't even focus or appreciate it because there's a giant floating butthole in the background and you're distracted by
Exactly.
it. So like
That
that's
was a big
James Gunn.
moment.
That is
Yeah.
James Gunn.
But here's-
where he takes
here's-
serious moments and he inserts his stupid fucking jokes, and I cannot stand him.
Well, here's
I was
the
excited to see him put his boots on. I mean, that was like the first picture we ever had, and it
Yeah.
looked like a
But you
deep
get-
moment.
But you get a big butthole in the background that you got to
Oh.
focus on. Yeah.
Did you literally just? Did you really just say I was excited to see a person put their
You
boots
know what
on?
I'm talking about, Dark Hour. That was
You're
the
gonna
first
strap
picture
your
we
boots
got
in.
a long time ago. We had the impression it would be consequential because that was the very first image.
Yeah, that very
here's-
first
okay.
picture. Yep.
I'm going
I remember
to.
that.
I'm going to rewind everybody's memory for a minute here, and I'm going to go back to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I'm going to show you why
Oh,
he
that's
should
a
never be
shitty
given
movie.
him. Well, and there's a scene that I always point to as the #1 worst James Gunn scene ever. That is, Ego just explained why and how he murdered Peter Quill's mother, the woman who the person who meant the most to him in his life. He freaks out. He was just told his mother was murdered, and he turns into a giant Pac-Man to fight. And that is the worst transition from a serious, heart-wrenching moment to a gag I've ever seen him, and I have never respected James Gunn since that moment.
Wow, I don't remember that at all, and it sounds fucking ridiculous.
James Gunn doesn't let
Call out,
scenes
man.
breathe. He doesn't
Right.
let scenes like sit with you and
That's
just
true.
let the emotion. He's got to insert a stupid joke, and I don't know if it's a nervous tick of him or something.
Yeah.
But he should not handle the bigger IP like this. This
Well,
should have
here's-
handed off.
Here's the main
Offbeat,
difference.
offbeat characters.
Here's
exactly.
the main difference between Fantastic Four and Superman. Fantastic Four didn't have so many quips.
They
barely had
They
any
didn't. They didn't. Yeah.
Well,
they
yeah, that's a
barely
good
had any. It was
aspect to
more-
it. Yeah.
They toned
Yeah.
it down. I wonder what the first couple of reactions were, because I know there was a lot of reshoots and editing
Yeah.
after a couple of the first.
But what
audience
what I will say about Superman is that I fucking hated all the Zack Snyder bullshit. It was too dark, too fucking depressing. All the colors were washed out.
I wish I could.
This
I
one
did.
called
I
like
his
loved
own
that.
show.
I loved.
I wish I
Snyder's
could kick you off your own
version.
fucking show.
I love Snyder's version. And
I don't
I'm
know.
Very
I actually
salty.
Next time you
Claws
do that,
come out.
Nadia, let me know so I can take my earbuds out.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
No, I like the contrast. I like the colorfulness of it. It's not as dark because like in a world where fucking everything is dark, in the real world, like I kind of want something entertainment, fun, happy.
I do agree with the color gradients. I do agree
Yeah.
that with Superman, I think of colors. I think of the 4-color
Yeah.
era, everything, because everything blue, yellow, red, everything has to be like that because that's the way it was printed. I do agree with you that it looked better in that sense, in terms of for the character itself.
Yeah.
Now I've always said this about James. I think the right character for him to direct in DC, there's two. Flash would be really good for him to do because Flash is very like that, very jokey. And
Well, if
Plastic
you're talking
Man.
about Wally West,
Plastic
yeah.
Man, be
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, Wally West and Plastic Man would be great for him. Those are two characters that Plastic Man would be right up his alley. No one knows. Like your average person has no fuck clue who that is.
I like a good fan casting for Plastic Man as Matthew Lillard. If only he was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That'd be a good
28-year-old Matthew Lillard.
Yeah,
that would be-
Lillard doesn't get
Big
enough
D.
love these days.
He
Now-
really doesn't.
I love him,
with-
Kyle. Is that enough for you?
Somebody
No,
was talking-
he's got to be in actual movies as like a main character. Not he was in. Do you remember when he was in The Descendants, an Academy Award nominated movie,
that's
and he had
right.
this fucking bit part that you would have cast like an up and coming actor in.
Yeah. He's never gotten
It's
his
ridiculous.
due. He's always been on the sidelines, like in the Scream movies. one movie, one role that I really loved him in. Hackers, 1995.
Oh, I forgot he was in
13
that.
Ghost, baby. That's my
13
With
Ghosts.
him in it. Yeah.
I mean,
This is gonna play a pivotal role in Five Nights at Freddy's, like from
Yeah,
this
he
point
is.
forward. I don't
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
all of that.
I don't
I
think his
do,
career
and
has
I'm
ever
older than
recovered.
you. And it's for your generation.
I really don't think his career has ever recovered from. Oh, someone just said it in the chat as I was about to say it from Scooby Doo. Like he really has
right.
never recovered from being in Scooby Doo.
I don't think that's a good point, man. Nobody has recovered from that movie, really.
Yeah,
They didn't rise above that.
Linda Cardellini did. I mean, she's
Isn't Buffy coming back?
well.
She
Linda
gets
Cardellini,
work.
She was never going to be a mega star, but she's had a very successful career.
I mean,
none of them have. None of them are hurting for money. Let's put it that way.
Well, all of them
What
were
I'm
all
saying is
part of
nobody
that
took them
whole-
seriously after that point.
All of them were part of that new Brat Pack of teen comedies in the mid to late 90s. Like I mean, Cruel Intentions is not a comedy, but
Might as well have been.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Look at all this incest that's going on here. It's hilarious.
I
Hilarious.
mean, of all the shows, of all the ways you could portray it, I think Gossip Girl did it better. But whatever.
I've always said that, except for the ending of Cruel Intentions, if you just change the music of the movie, it changes everything for that movie. It becomes hilarious if you start putting in like funny music.
Paul, have you seen Gossip Girl?
Fuck yeah, the whole thing.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Doesn't it take place in New York City?
XOXO. It takes place in my fucking neighborhood.
Yeah.
He actually rented out his apartment for it. It was
nice.
Well,
you can film here.
It was there. They shot it, but long before I moved in here. But actually, I'm gonna just straight up say what I've been into lately. You guys are gonna fucking tear my head off and laugh your asses off.
Pretty Little Liars.
Fucking Dawson's Creek.
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
I watched that when I was younger.
I was expecting you to say Sex in the City, so that's
I was
not bad.
expecting him to say like a bad porn website or something. Stop it, man! Stop before you do something.
That was my college. That was my college, and I bought the Blu-ray set of that last year, Black Friday. They had good.
Actually, Corey, I have a question for you. Does the Blu-ray set have the official fucking song Paula Cole, I Don't Want to Wait? Or that other bullshit song that has taken over?
Dude, Paul, that song is like, I would name it as the worst fucking song ever in multimedia and pop culture that they replaced. No. Okay, I'm clarifying. The song, Paula Cole's song, I Don't Want to Wait, people make fun of it. I think that song is beautiful. I love the melody.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love the drum part,
Yeah.
But that song that they replaced because they had some copyright issues.
Terrible.
How does it go? The heart is in the hand.
Oh,
the head is in the clouds.
Careful, he's going to get a copyright strike. You're so good at that song.
Dude, it is so obnoxious, that song. It's like it's like a song that you would use to parody.
Well, that's
shows like that.
And you can't find the Paula Cole version. Like all the pirate sites have that bullshit song. So does Hulu. You can pirate
find the song and do it.
Well, you can pirate stream it, but I don't know which version, like the Blu-ray or the DVD or whatever the hell, has the official song.
Yeah. So what happened recently? I read an article about it. I think it was last year. They reinstated Paula Cole's song, and it's an updated kind of re-recorded version, and it is on Netflix now. They've replaced every opener intro with that theme. So even though it's a re-recorded and it's not exactly the same in terms of the instrumentals, etc. At least it's still in there. They put it back in, and thank God. It's just like I thought that was just it downgraded the show for newcomers coming in
100%,
and watching that show for the first time and hearing that terrible fucking song.
Yeah, exactly. But one thing that absolutely floored me yesterday, somebody sent me some reel on Instagram saying that they're actually doing a reunion. Katie Holmes is directing a trilogy, writing and directing and starring in a trilogy where it's however many years later, like Joey and Pacey.
I don't think it has to do with Dawson's though. They're just new characters. She's creating just a whole new storyline.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because there's no. I've not read anything
name.
about that.
I have a perfect name if it would have been about them now. Just called Dawson's Creek Dried Up. That's what they should call it.
Yo, I've seen Katie Holmes like walking around my neighborhood. She is definitely not dried up, man.
I was just saying.
You've seen her casually just wandering.
Yeah, dude. So I was walking.
You sure it wasn't Shuri?
No,
She
no,
kinda looks
actually,
like her.
no.
Shuri.
I actually saw Katie Holmes Surrey when she was like, I don't know, 10, and like what I assumed to be a like a nanny or some shit on 62nd and Madison. This was like 2012, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Subtract
when Tom Cruise was still a present father. Yeah.
No. It was I saw her right after, like a month after the divorce was announced.
Oh, I was off by 1 month.
Yeah.
And you didn't pull the trigger, man. You weren't like, here you
well, one thing that you saw one thing because I did the fucking like super double take, and the one thing she's not stick skinny, or at least she wasn't there. Girl had a booty.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of Tom Cruise, you see he's with Ana de Armas right now.
Yep.
Wow.
That doesn't surprise
about
me.
that a
He
while
likes
back.
the Spanish chicks, the Latinas.
I thought she was with Ben Affleck.
Dude, that was like
a
5
long
years
time
ago.
Yeah.
Dude, where have you been?
I don't know.
I don't
Then she
follow
was
that
with somebody
story,
else in between all that.
It's a shame. I was rooting for him. I don't know about Tom. It's feels a little weird.
I mean, yeah, there is a big enough age gap. It's probably not going to last. Or hey,
It's not the biggest age gap though.
It's
She's
not
37 years old. She's a grown adult.
right.
I mean,
Right, and here's the thing. Yeah, I don't think it's a age gap enough to look at. But there's a quote that she put out. She said that she's ready to have kids. So she said that during this time. When she's with Tom.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
we could get a son that could carry on the stunts.
That's
Tom Cruise, you know how
Yeah,
nepotism is
imagine that
raging in Hollywood these days, even to the point where every time I get into a new stream, I hear about a new actor or actress who's the child of a famous actor, and I'm starting a list now.
I mean,
Can you
Chad,
imagine that birth though?
yeah.
The Tom Cruise would have like a whole stunt crew. Be like, okay, so I'm going to descend from the top of the hospital. I'm going to swing through the window with scissors, and I'm going to cut the umbilical cord as I roll through. He just has this whole thing going.
And he's going to tell everyone to film it. He's going to film it for real and release it in theaters on IMAX.
Also, if you can, could you just lay all the scalpels on the floor, just all of them, every scalpel you have, just. That's what I do appreciate his flagrant disregard for his own safety. It is
absolutely. Yeah, the MI8 was the only reason MI8 the parts that were good were the stunts. Everything else, that fucking script and what Macquarie did. He even admits in a whole bunch of interviews that he was strapped for time, and he's explaining it, and then the at the end of his answer, he just the summing up of, I'm paraphrasing, he was like, that is what it is. It is, I just gave up and I did what I had to do. It's like he even knows that he fucked it up,
I felt that the Dead Reckoning got a lot of people undersold that one. I thought that one was significantly better than a lot of people were saying, and I felt like this one was Final Reckoning was worse than a lot of people were saying.
Correct.
It was weird. It's
Correct.
like this weird balancing thing.
Absolutely. That's on point. That's correct.
I mean, the whole thing, I can't even remember what the hell happened in Final Reckoning. It was not a memorable movie.
Nope. Only the stunts.
Almost.
They saved the world. There you go, Paul. End of the story.
No, not they.
Yeah.
Just Tom.
Oh, sorry,
Tom's
Tom.
the savior.
He saved the world. There you go.
Yeah, almost none of the Mission Impossible movies are really memorable. The only scene you remember one or two scenes from each of them. Yeah. And half the time you can't even place which one it was from.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the first one's pretty memorable.
Yeah, because it was the first one. So it's you remember the scene of him descending. You remember Emilio Estevez getting stabbed in the face by an elevator somehow.
Yeah. That contraption that comes down, it looks like giant teeth.
It's in every elevator shaft. You didn't know that?
Are those stoppers? What are those for?
I was 100%
Seriously, they would have to be, right?
They're not real. They're not a thing.
Not
need
not
to
to
look
go
into
off
this.
not to go off topic, but I liked Superman, and I had a lot of fun watching.
We
it.
did go off topic really far, didn't we?
Okay,
Shit.
that actually
It
tells
was
you
fun
everything
to
you
a
need to
point,
know
but-
about Superman.
Thank you,
right?
Corey, for holding us accountable.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with it, and I like every iteration of it. I grew up with Reeves, loved it. That's my Superman, but I've loved every iteration after that. They've been different, and I've had to go through some things, but like just to kind of like what my Superman was. But I
will
enjoyed
say
all
that
of
this
them.
this Superman reminded me of Reeves.
I did too.
Oh.
No, there was some of that. Oh shucks, kind of.
I think he says "all shucks" at one point.
Yeah, probably, pretty much.
Really?
The few silly quips he had
the
where he
scenes where he said,
wasn't
"People are going to die."
Oh,
really?
Oh my God.
That's Reeves? No.
Well,
No.
yeah,
But
not
he-
that.
he
It's
did,
almost
he
a mix.
did.
It's a mix between
He's kinda like
Cavill
that.
and Reeves.
Did you guys enjoy how every time Superman
Well, you
was
got the
put
oh shucks,
down,
but
the
then the
dog
whole-
comes to save him? Did you enjoy that? Like every
Oh,
time?
Here's the thing is,
I
as they
had-
get right-
That was the sell toys.
There was
Deus Ex
somebody that
Machina.
argued with me about this. One of the another great moment between Lex Luthor and Superman. They're finally face to face. He's giving this monologue about being human, and Lex Luthor's about to say, and that stupid fucking dog comes through the window and grabs Lex and just
my
throws him.
God.
And I'm like,
I don't know. I actually like
Not only
that
was a
dog,
great moment
man.
ruined, it was the last chance for the movie to redeem itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time that they got serious, it was disarmed every single time. And also every time they tried to build up Superman throughout the movie, he got beat back down. I was actually one of the few people on any stream that I've spoken with that was 100% for the opening scene having him smash to shit. And the reason why was because the most common complaint people have about Superman is he's too powerful and I can't relate.
Yeah.
So you start with him beaten up and down and and bring in the dog, whatever, it's fine. And but you have to build him back up. You can't build him up to level 1, smack him back down, build him up to level. You have to level 1, 2, 3. You have to build him up through the whole movie.
Yeah.
You know?
wouldn't it have been better if we had seen some kind of battle happening, like instead of just text on the screen? Like maybe give
Yeah.
us a
We need
peek
some
of
dubs.
like best
Yes.
moments in a sense, because
Even
we never
if
get a
it
best
wasn't-
moment through the movie.
Even if it wasn't necessarily a full battle, some clips, or even just every time they showed a new segment of that, it wasn't even an opening crawl. It was like an opening, like someone typing it out, whatever the hell you would call that. If they would have just put up like a still frame, even like a painting of like this scene, like this is 3,000 years ago, this happened, 30 years ago, this happened, like, and it could have been a painting to give it kind of that aesthetic, maybe a like old school art style of comics would have been good. There was a lot of things they could have did to make that, to set the everything, the framework for the beginning of that movie, and they didn't do it. They just went words, sure.
Something I mentioned in my video talking about Superman that really bothered me is that, I'm all for seeing a vulnerable Superman. I think that's a great thing. And as you mentioned, of course, the endless beatdowns without mercy, that was too much. But something that people, I don't know why people don't ever call out, which really bothers me, is you don't want to see, there's like certain, you don't want to see a hero you look up to in defiled, and that's what we see with him when he's in the stadium and the engineer is stuffing her nanobots down his throat, in his eyes, and at the end of that scene, of course, he crashes down and he's just vomiting all of this. We don't want to see such a defiling image of this character.
There's probably some people who are interested in that, let's be honest.
Yeah,
There's
the
some people who are into
5
that.
weird kinky people that are into that, right? But
I'm
Kyle.
not saying I like it because of that, but I like seeing that because it's him overcoming. You're seeing him learning how to overcome all of these different instances, and that's the cool aspect of it. I mean, even take a look at what happened in the Pocket universe whenever he's down from the kryptonite, and it's his compassion and him talking to Metamorpho that's overcoming that. We see him overcome these instances in different ways through the movie. It's not just about punching, it's about having compassion, having talking. Then when he's fighting the engineer, it is about punching, it is about outthinking the engineer. It's about these different ways of overcoming these instances. So that's what I liked about the movie, because it's showing these different instances. I keep saying instances. I'm gonna stop saying that. But these other things,
scenarios, situations,
segments, moments.
But
I still think, these defiling, disgusting images, they stick with you. I still remember that. I don't want to see that with Superman. I remember that in the very beginning, too. I mean, the one shot that everybody has stained in their brain is Superman lying on the ground, spitting and literally drooling blood. It doesn't look cool. It's a character it's a defiling image. It's not.
Okay, Snyder, bro. Okay.
All right. Okay. Automatically goes there.
I need, can I have just 10 seconds?
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Let's plug everybody's channel because.
No, just real quick, Slav. I was just going to say, I agree. Sorry, Paul, but I'm gonna agree with that. I that reckoned me back to Superman 2 with him with Zod, and he was getting beat down, and he had to use some smarts to out trick him instead of just punching his way out of the thing. In the Fortress of Solitude and that whole. Anyway, sorry.
No, I was just gonna do a quick pause because Nadia has her stream that she's about to bounce to, so I just wanted to have her plug her channel. Congratulations, by the way, on 1,000 subs.
1K.
Paul, you're the first person. You're the first person I messaged, by the way. When I saw it, you were the first person.
Amazing.
That's so cute.
You've been so helpful and you've been motivating me and stuff. So
yeah.
I'm Horror with Nads. We are covering the Institute in 5 minutes, and then Stranger Things tomorrow, and then normal show next week. So you can find me over there. So thank you again. I will be back next month if I'm invited. So
absolutely, you're always.
Don't worry, Nadia.
Right,
I'll be joining you next week where you can be mean to me.
My last thing is, though, I will say I love Corey's optimism about all these movies and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
We should all strive to be a Corey. All right, bye.
Bye, Nads.
I just had this hilarious vision though of Brawler in the theater, stop! I'm just a kid. Stop showing me this.
It's not like an image that hurts me.
I'm so young. I don't want to see
Oh my gosh.
I just know that. Superman was not my favorite character in the movie. I would rather watch a movie about Mr. Terrific.
Oh, he was fantastic.
And Green Lantern.
Well, you did watch a movie about Mr. Terrific.
Characters.
That's what's so sad about it. They nail Mr. Terrific, and then nobody agrees on Superman at all. Everyone agrees on him.
He stole the show from Superman, and this was Superman's movie. So I got to go join Nadia as well pretty soon. Sorry.
He should have had his Uncharted series, by the way.
I'll have to take a break really quick before I go on to her stream.
Okay. All right. So why don't we have ladies first? Sin, plug your channel.
Well, I'm Sin's Corner. I do movie reviews and live streams with a lot of other YouTubers, namely this show. And I'm going to be on Corey's channel tomorrow doing a stream about sci-fi movies. I got a long-ass list, Corey.
Oh, I do too.
And then I'm getting ready to jump on Nadia's stream. And on Sunday, I'll be on Los Cinematicos on Latino Slange channel. We'll be talking about different movies we reviewed for the site and Fantastic Four. So I have to go see that Saturday.
Nice. Enjoy.
Nice. Good seeing you, Sin.
That's it.
Yeah,
it was great to see you guys.
Cheers, Sin.
Y'all take care.
Yeah.
Toodles.
Bye.
Toodles. Yeah.
The funniest part is she's quite literally.
There goes all the girls.
She's quite literally in my review for Fantastic Four. I didn't realize she didn't see the movie. I sent her part of a script, hey, can you read this?
Come on, Dark Hour, read the room.
Well, actually, the whole thing was her whole section was about pointless gender swaps, and I don't actually explain that she's going to come in. It's just in the middle of my review, it just switches to a woman talking about pointless gender swaps, and it comes right back to me.
Nice.
Without any explanation whatsoever.
Corey, how about you?
Just real quick, thank you very much for having me on again.
Of course,
it's always
man,
fun.
always.
Good to have you back. It's fun to do this.
Yeah.
Like Sin said, tomorrow night I got a fun group coming on to my channel. We got Sin, we got Anthony's Horror and More, we got Ashley, Zombie Girl. We're going to be talking about some of our favorite or hidden gem sci-fi movies, so that's going to be fun to talk about. This weekend, I might be possibly going to a blues festival, and I actually might be talking about that a little bit on my channel afterwards and talking about the music on it. But I got a few more things in the works. But anyway, that's the immediate future.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you again very much for having me on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great to have you. Always.
We'll talk to you all later.
All right.
See you, Corey.
Take it easy.
We'll see ya.
So, Paul, what's
right.
next on the agenda, my friend?
I mean, I guess, what do we have left? Actually, no, let's consult with Dark Hour. Have you seen F1?
No, I haven't.
Oh, what? Come on, man.
It's so good, man.
I
the
haven't
thing is-
either. I do want to see it. I just haven't gotten a chance
When
to see
it
it.
came out, I forget what I had going on, and then it was one of those things.
It's
Everything
still
else
playing,
came
man.
out. Well, maybe I'll go see it. I don't know. It's
Oh, you like
It's
this
still
one. Don't you want to be
playing, yeah.
happy?
I think, and it's coming back to IMAX in August, which
That's
is
right.
because I saw it regular the first time, and the second time I went with a buddy at like 9 o'clock in the morning because there was no fucking seats. Thank you very much, Lincoln Square fucking
That's
IMAX.
the best. That's like the best time to actually go to a movie because
Oh yeah.
you have the rest of your day. It's like
Well,
the
awkward.
worst time is the middle of the day because you're just like, okay, what am I gonna do from like if you go at like 4 and it's a 3-hour movie? It's like, well, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
Dark Hour. Do you see films at 9 a.m. in the morning?
If I can, I will.
Oh wow!
I'm not even kidding. I will. A lot of times if I can't make so if I'm going to review it, I try to get the earliest showing possible, which more often than not for me is 2 p.m. on the Thursday it comes out. That's the most often. Sometimes I luck out and there'll be one a little earlier than that, or there'll be like a Tuesday preview. Since I'm a member of my theater, I can go to that. But if I can't get that, if I can't go on the Thursday for whatever reason, I will get the earliest showing I can on Friday to give myself the maximum amount of time to write the review.
Nice.
So sometimes I'll go, like if it's a 10 a.m. show, I'll go.
Oh, you outright write your reviews?
Yeah, what did you think I did? I
thought you did it off the cuff.
So my reviews, when you actually look at my scripts, I leave a lot of sections for me to switch it to change things. It's very skeletal at first.
Yeah.
And then some of the sections are very written out, specifically about like the characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the plot line, I'll leave gaps where I can make specific like jokes and stuff. A lot of times, I'm known for the explosions and stuff. A lot of times, those aren't written into the script.
Oh, interesting.
Those come to me as I'm reading it. I'm like, when I feel it bubbling up as I'm reading, I'm like, now is when it's going to happen. That's why it sounds natural because it actually is.
Yeah. So what movies have you seen lately? Before you go.
Me? I mean, I'll stick around. I mean, I told you I'd hang around till 8:30. I mean, you guys, even if I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know. Let's get into it with F1 because so Brawler and Kyle have seen it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Kyle, he says it's overrated.
It's good.
Really? I mean, I had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, I loved it. Well, he's going to give us, the he's gonna talk about the structure and the meat and the potatoes, which is respectable and what should be considered, definitely. But I think for me, I honestly didn't care about Top Gun Maverick when it came out, and I saw it twice in IMAX. I don't know what it was; it didn't hit home for me.
Do you
so
just not like fun? Like that's what I'm picking up from this show.
Why don't you like great movies, man?
Well, okay, no, hey, I'm about to talk about F1, all right? So then I went and saw F1, and I was blown away right off the bat with this. Brad Pitt, I haven't seen too much with Brad Pitt in it. I've seen him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've seen him in Fury. That's about as far, or Seven.
Wait, have you never seen, what's it called, Fight Club?
Oh, I couldn't get through Fight Club, man. I couldn't
Really?
do it. It's not my thing. Luke didn't like it either. We tried watching it. Or maybe that wasn't Luke. That was somebody else. But but when I was watching F1, I just felt, I hadn't had this feeling in a film in the theater in so long, but I felt like uplifted, inspired, and motivated.
Yeah.
And
Paul, sorry, can I pause you just 1 sec? Paul, can you feature Rachel's comment there?
That one?
No, at the very bottom.
I agree with that.
Oh.
It's referring
He's
to
too
Brawler.
young for Top Gun. Come
Thank you.
on. Hey, all right. I've seen the original, and then I saw the new one. I'm sorry, I'm not the biggest fan.
We got some good comments to feature, so it'd be great to like spice it up a little bit to put that in.
Yeah, but for me, I think what I loved about F1 was, I feel like with a film like this, there were so many chances where you could deviate from the intense war that was shown in the racetrack. You know what I mean? And I was really impressed and surprised by how much field time we had, by how much time we actually had in those cars. And I think the immersion was just incredible, especially if you see an IMAX. You are right in that seat with them. And it's crazy
I like the music and the sound design.
Yes, that too.
When he comes into A Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin, I was like, oh, that's awesome.
It's just a perfect blend of all these sensations, right? And you can't help but just to feel moved. And you know, I may actually go and see a real F1 race this year because of this. So
honestly,
I'm pretty excited. My buddies are going, and I think I might be pulling up too.
One of my neighbors is absolutely obsessed with F1, and he's like, "Well, if you're," because I was like, "Oh, why don't we go see F1?" He's like, "No, no, no," but I'm like, "Yeah, you know, it was actually a really fun movie." And he's like, "Well, if you want to get into F1, do this, this," and I'm like,
I didn't want homework.
Yeah, I didn't want homework. But my favorite
There's only
part,
11 drivers. It's not that much homework.
That's true. That's true. My favorite part of the movie. I'm so glad like hot chicks are back. Carrie Condon.
That's the older lady. Right?
No, you and I disagree on this. Rebecca Ferguson should have been in that role.
Oh man,
no,
there
check
you
it
go,
out.
Kyle.
I have a thing
Solid.
for Irish chicks, so like she did it for me.
So does she?
I agree. Rebecca Ferguson's better. I just looked at it.
Yeah. Sure. Rebecca Ferguson will always be on my hall pass, but this girl was pretty hot, and like her humor.
I'll tell you
like,
one thing.
She can act well, you know. Like anyway.
I have a feeling
I'll tell you one
Dark
thing.
Hour
With the
like
nuclear
her.
heat that's going. Say again. Go ahead. What's going on?
I said I have a feeling Dark Hour like her.
Who? Carrie
Which
Condon?
one?
I just looked.
This
I just looked her
the
up.
main lady in this.
Oh. Well, I was just saying that
She might be
with
too
the
old for you, Brawler.
I
think she's like
the
what,
nuclear
37 or
heat
38?
lately. Pretty soon, you're the only girl that's going to appear in any movie is going to be Sydney Sweeney. She's going to be in every movie pretty soon because
Quick sidebar. Quick sidebar on
Oh, boy.
Sydney Sweeney.
She's gonna get canceled before that. What are you talking about?
The Banana Republic ad. Thoughts?
No, it wasn't Banana Republic. It was
American Eagle.
American Eagle.
It's
Yeah.
inspiring.
Banana Republic will
Inspiring.
be next.
I
They're
bought
going to get
some
like
Hey
Ana
Dude
de Armas
recently,
to
that's
do
all I'm
something,
gonna
and then
say.
she'll be called like a commie or something. You know.
Well,
No, if they really want to lean into like the jeans and yellow and stuff, they got to get an Asian model to do Banana Republic. That's what they're gonna-
Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Man.
Too far, Dark Hour.
No, that was
not my channel. I don't
completely
that is
different direction
prime
with
for
Banana
a like if SNL was actually good and funny, they would do a parody with that idea. Yeah.
I mean, I don't live that
Wait,
far from New York. They can hire me for.
I mean,
Kyle, what's your brief with F1?
Oh yeah.
It's not much. It's simple as the movie is fairly long. I think it's a bit over 2 hours. The race sequences were engaging for the first half of it. By the time the second half plays out, it's the same race over and over again. And it just got racing fatigue because it didn't have enough variance with the action sequences. When you compare, so Joseph Kaczynski, he did Top Gun Maverick. You have way more of a variance of action that can take place because of being in planes. You know, you can go up and down and traverse different terrains, etc. And you interact with characters in those vehicles. It's you have way more of an ability to be creative. But with F1, you're either going forward or in a straight line. Yeah, you got the curves to the track, but that's it.
I guess he tried changing that up by giving Brad Pitt like the weird the mental issue where he couldn't see straight anymore, like ringing in his ears.
Yeah.
The concussion.
Yeah,
and they did well with that. Like they did as much as they could. I really didn't I'd have to think about it to have any kind of suggestions of how to make it better. Aside from cutting it down a bit, I just think it was too much racing of the same kind. Yeah. No, it's not bad. The movie's not bad at all. I think it's a good movie. I just don't think it's as great as what people are saying.
I mean, so listen. I guess like standards have gotten so low that when we get good character development, a good plot, a solidly written script, we're like, holy shit, this is the great. This is Citizen Kane.
Sure.
But I think the biggest issue that we haven't had. Oh, was it?
No, I'm joking because he said Citizen Kane. The car's name is Rosebud.
Right.
Just spoil every movie.
Yeah, I mean, that movie's been out for 80 years.
Passion of the Christ, it doesn't go well for him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it does after 3 days.
Yeah, well, then he gets better. He recovers.
Well, that's for the sequel.
That's for the sequel. Yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, movies have been. It's
Recovery.
always been like the last, I guess, from 2010 to like almost now 2022. I think like we came out of it, or we started coming out of it with Top Gun Maverick. Because the movies had to have some sort of political message about something going on in the world, people stopped. People stopped.
Well, I didn't catch that. What was that?
Oh, I said it's the political messaging is going to come back. I'm almost guarantee it. Just things I've been seeing. Lately,
I don't think
it's
so.
It's starting to turn back to like.
Wait, what's the indication of that?
Yeah, that's my question. What makes you think that?
Oh, I mean, I already mentioned the whole thing with Sydney Sweeney. That's what I'm going with. The fact that this is becoming.
I actually would disagree. I would say that that's actually going to have the opposite effect.
Yeah, the right direction.
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
Didn't their sales go up like 15% or 20%
like
or something?
More. Try like 30%.
It's going to become more of a fight again. That's what I mean by it's going back.
There was always fighting.
I mean, there was always fighting.
That's why I didn't say going back to 2016. I said to 2018, the like point where it was it was doing this. You know.
Yeah. No, but
well, at least it ain't 2020, right?
Yeah. So what I was gonna say about F1 is that all these movies had to have political messaging. This one is just all about having fun. And that's why people turned out for it. That's why it's getting re-released in IMAX next month. You know, like
I mean, it's a real thriller. You can't help. I mean, like I was really surprised by just how invested I was, and really edge of your seat. You can't help it. I really could not tell if it was going to go the way that you hoped or not.
I think it's more than fun. That's the thing, and I think that's what elevates movies, and they should elevate to something that praises excellence.
Yeah.
Right. That's more than fun. Like it's not even a message. It's just an observation of showing an example of a charismatic masculine figure in a movie, and Brad Pitt is just aging like a beautiful, fine wine, like a fine wine, whatever analogy you want. He is aging excellently. His hairline is pretty much the fucking same. He can still pull off a buzz cut. Unfortunately, Tom Cruise can't say the same thing. Like if he did try to do a buzz cut, it would look weird because now, unfortunately, his skin is kind of sagging a bit. And I have a theory this is because he's been stressed the fuck out for the past 5 years since the shutdowns. Evidence is in that leaked audio tape.
Oh yeah, of course.
But Brad Pitt is like he might be the last older, actor, leading man that we have right now. I don't care. Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't count. He's overweight. He's out of shape, and
he became like an auteur. Like that was like DiCaprio started to like go the route of like trying to be smarter than everybody in the room kind of shit.
Well, you want to know something else about DiCaprio is that he's taking these fucking weird roles where he's just acting wacky all the time.
That's what I mean. He's like an auteur now. He's trying to do weird shit. He's not trying. Whereas like Brad Pitt is in the vein of Tom Cruise, where they're still trying to do. Like, I'd say he's like a half a step behind him. Like Tom Cruise is still like the one that people go, oh, there's a Tom Cruise movie coming out. What's he gonna jump off of? I gotta go see this. Brad Pitt's like one step below that, where it's like he still has that pull. But not quite as much. It's just like right there.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the trailer for that new Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Yes.
It looks
another
bad.
wacky performance.
Nobody asked for this.
No.
I'm just waiting. I'm just surprised that I'm surprised he didn't get canceled for having
for his lifestyle.
Always 24-year-old
a girl as soon as she turns 25.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean he'll date women that are as young as 19 or 21. Yeah. I mean it's
that are as old as Brawler.
Brawler, I can't even get a date, man.
Yeah, I'm sure Leo is gonna call you up and ask, "Hey, man, can you help me out with finding some chicks?"
I got you, Leo.
No, I mean, he has gone that way. But one thing that I wanted to bring back,
Paul, sorry, Paul. Can you look at Megan's comment? You know what she's referencing.
Oh,
yeah.
I think that Dark Hours. That's a reference to a certain person.
A live stream way back, like 10 streams ago.
Yeah.
That it was a debate going on about whether there are stars anymore, that they exist.
There still are. It's just there's
Yeah.
fewer and further between. They're like the 80s and 90s had a lot more of them. I'd say that there's still a few out there, you know, like, and I think there can be more. It's just a matter of one of the reasons why the MCU and stuff like that I don't want to say serial, that like almost assembly line of movies hurt a lot of the development of a lot of young stars.
Nicely said, yeah.
Yeah. And so I think now that we're kind of coming out of that, and it's like, you know, obviously we're seeing the death of the MCU and a lot of the other attempts to make these connected universes hasn't worked out the same way. You're going to start seeing people, the cream of the crop slowly rise. You still have a few from the old generation. Like I said, we had the Tom Cruise, we had Brad Pitt. I would argue that Keanu Reeves also kind of can sell a movie still. You know, not on his acting ability, but he's really good with stunts. And really
Paradoxically, that's what's astounding about Keanu, is that he rides on his commitment to roles, but also he has this charisma on screen, but he's such a bad actor. But we still love him anyway.
Yeah,
I don't even
because
think
he
of him
really,
in that
he
light.
really commits to what he's doing.
Yes.
Like if they're like, "Hey, dude, you need to learn how to shoot a flamethrower," he's like, "Cool."
I mean, yeah.
I think it's
Whoa. Actually, so there is a comedy where he plays an angel that looks fucking hysterical.
Oh yeah, I saw that trailer. Yeah.
Best acting was in the SpongeBob movie as a
Yeah.
Oh, and then Toy Story 3 too, as well.
Yeah, that was
But I will say
That
that
was
there's a
four.
little bit more to
It
the
was
MCU
4?
than-
Wow. Okay.
Was it 3? Which one? He was the
Yeah, it's confused. I don't know, man. I think
Let
it was
poor
3.
Slav talk. Slav, what are you saying?
Sorry, man. Go
well,
ahead.
no, because when you take a look at like the 80s, the 90s with the stars and everything,
Yeah.
what were we getting? We were getting those crazy action movies with Sly, with Arnold, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, things like that, where they were like the big action stars with Bruce Willis, and those were hitting theaters. People were going to theaters to see them. Look at the comedies, that we were getting, the Dumb and Dumbers, the Masks, the comedy stars with Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, that kind of stuff. Those things were going in theaters. Those types of movies, we're not getting them anymore. They're not
Dude,
going.
comedies are
just you saying all that and how wonderful it was back then. Oh, you're turning me on. Oh my god, it's so good.
But here's the thing: we're getting those movies, but they're going direct to streaming,
Which is
and
a
they're
problem,
getting
yeah.
shitty stars for them. So they're not as funny because you're not getting the great actors that could sell these movies, and that's why they're going to streaming. They're
And-
not going to.
So I
theaters.
think the canary in the coal mine for these movies coming back was the movie Anyone But You. That
Which
shit
one was
was
it again?
it was Sydney Sweeney and what's his
Sydney
face,
Sweeney,
Glenn
Glenn
Powell.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
funny.
all about
It was cute. It was like romantic.
It
like,
here's
felt
the
a
thing,
throwback
that was
to
a
the
good
90s
movie.
romantic comedy,
Yeah.
like My Best Friend's Wedding.
So I think that movie is the canary in the coal mine for comedies, as Top Gun Maverick is for everything else. Like we're finally coming back,
neither
and like
one of
people
them,
can take a
though,
joke.
are your comedy stars or your action stars. Like for those types of movies, sure. Because look,
I think
Anyone
there's
But
up
You-
and comers like Glenn Powell in the
anyone
Running
but
Man
you
remake.
is like you said, My Best Friend's Wedding. That had Julia Roberts, who I'm nothing against her. She's a fantastic actress and could sell a movie back in the 90s, but she wasn't a mega uber superstar like a Jim Carrey, like a Bruce Willis, like
I think she
an
was.
Arnold.
Was at
I
one
don't
point
think
she
so.
was high.
Dude, are you from another universe?
No,
What
she
about
had-
dude,
she
she
had-
was
she had
top
Erin
actress.
Brockovich. Erin Brockovich, sure. That one
Pretty
movie.
Woman, come on.
That was her and
Pretty
Richard
Woman.
Gere.
But it's funny because like what I was saying about like the assembly line that was all that was going on.
He's just like,
right?
oh, we're going over here.
No, like there was a couple of actors in there that probably could have broke through and been these top action stars or comedy stars, depending on which route they went. Like, think about it. Where could Henry Cavill have gone if he didn't keep getting locked into these stupid projects that didn't go anywhere
Yeah.
with his career? Where could Chris Hemsworth have gone if he didn't have to play Thor for
Mm.
15 years. You know, like if he was, because like,
well, he's got Extraction. That's his new franchise.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like maybe had he gone that route like a little sooner, he could have springboarded into an action star.
Yeah.
And what that did, it really kneecapped a lot of guys. It handicapped their ability to break out and become
the comic
action.
book movies. You're saying.
Yeah, and it locked them in these perpetual roles that they eventually then got typecasted with. You know, it's like they're
I mean,
now you see a guy and you're like, oh, that's Thor. That's not.
And I think the same thing happened to Chris Evans, and he's a very capable actor. Like one of my favorite non-comic book movies with him is, and I'm forgetting the title, but it was
Snowpiercer.
No. This was like a little kind of like a romance kind of movie where they're hanging out in Grand Central with Alice Eve.
Before We Go. I think it was Before We Go.
Oh, Before We Go. Yeah.
You were waiting for me to like start a sentence. Yeah. And you thought I had a stroke. Okay. No, the movie is Before We Go, and
I like that.
Take it from there. Yeah. No, he directed that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Chris Evans directed that movie.
Chris Evans, two of his best early roles are ones that are so. It's not another teen movie he did fantastic in. It was like
he excels at comedy. He's fucking one of the most underrated movies like in the early 2000s is The Perfect Score.
Yes, I was just going to mention that.
It's fucking great. Like, audience, for those of you who haven't seen The Perfect Score, it came out around, Ocean's 11 was hot, and Italian Job remake, right? But The Perfect Score was an original film that was produced or co-produced by MTV, and it's about these high school students that go and steal the SAT score answers.
Yep.
And it has Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans before they were in the MCU. That's the first time they were in a movie together. That movie is so underrated. It has like hilarious moments. It's not like this grand, epic, classic comedy, but it for the early 2000s, I think it's a classic for the early 2000s. Does it hold like comparative to like 80s and 90s films? I mean, it's not as great, but like I keep coming back to it over the years. Like I forget about it for a while, but then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, there was that movie, The Perfect Score. I want to watch that again.
There was a couple. There was a good stretch from like 2002-ish, 2001. Like a lot of comedy got drained out of American cinema right in the wake of 9/11, and then it came back a few years later. So like 2000, 2003 to like 2008, 9, there was a good stretch of like buddy comedies that were still pretty solid. A lot
Tropic
of which
Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. I wouldn't call that a buddy comedy, but yeah, but like
The Hangover. That was the last funny movie.
I Love You, Man, a great one.
Yes, it is.
4-Year-Old Virgin, like
basically all the Judd Apatow movies.
Yeah, basically Judd Apatow.
Right, but here's the thing: I don't like when people say Judd Apatow movies because he didn't fucking write all those movies.
No, he produced most of them.
Dude, I remember listening to the actual screenwriters of those movies, such as I Love You, Man, was a movie that I can't recall the screenwriter's name, but Judd Apatow didn't come up with that idea. That's the thing. I think he may have co-produced it or something, but that's not his movie.
That movie still to this day remains to be. So when you're in a theater and there's like that group that just you're like, I wish they would leave. That was me and my friends in that movie. We were laughing so hard. It was like we were like pissing ourselves in that one.
Yeah.
And I was like, luckily there wasn't many other people in the theater, because if it was full, we probably would have been asked to leave.
Dark Hour, that was something I had that really ruined. Actually, it didn't really ruin my Fantastic Four experience that much, but I had these dweebs that sat next to me. There was about 5 of them, and I like dweebs. But these
dweeb too.
No. These were Disney MCU dweebs. Of course, I'm a dweeb, but this is Disney.
We're all
MCU
dweebs.
No. We're nerds.
They were
whatever,
over
semantics.
every moment of that movie. And it was really hard to watch.
They did.
And then after I watched Superman,
I was actually surprised. My theater, and I was a 2:00 showing on a Thursday, and it was actually about half full, which was, by Thursday 2 p.m. standards, that's pretty good. It wasn't a Friday 6 p.m. show or anything like that. But my theater was actually pretty tame. Like I didn't get a lot of crazy laughter. But then again, there wasn't a lot of things to laugh at in the movie. There was like maybe 3 jokes that were kind of chuckle worthy.
In Fantastic Four? Or...
Yeah, in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't. Yeah,
all the humor in Fantastic Four felt forced. The dialogue between Johnny Storm and the thing.
I love how that
was,
we've come full circle.
There is one
yeah,
positive thing.
it was just too contrived, and it was like, oh, they're supposed to be a little,
I do feel
contentious, but like wink, wink to the camera.
There's
didn't
one
feel natural.
positive thing that I think Kyle's going to agree with me on
Mm-hmm.
is that, yes, as Nadia mentioned, yes, Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family. And when's the last time we had a movie, any movie, comic book or otherwise, that put the nuclear family in a positive light?
In that way, yes, but one could argue that Guardians of the Galaxy was promoting family.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah.
I just had something and I just lost it as I went to go speak. It was I'll remember in a minute.
We were talking about how the superheroes, like these franchise films, have ruined a lot of actors. Something that kind of came to mind that I'm excited for is the Smashing Machine with Dwayne Johnson.
Yes,
I want to see if this is like a big change for him. I trust that it is. I think this is going to be a shocker for us all.
Mark Kerr has one of the craziest stories in combat sports history.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for this one, man. I think he's going to pull it off.
He'll be
Comments
something
referring
better
to
than
Chris
The
Evans.
Rock in a movie for once.
Slav, something I wanted to mention this earlier. I liked that you were talking about, like, or at least this is my impression of what you're talking about, how like streaming films have kind of taken away like the stardom from new actors, because I can't think of a single actor that kind of like rose to fame through streamed content.
Glenn Powell.
Was it him, really?
Yeah, he was in a bunch of Netflix movies with I don't remember the chick's name. A bunch of Netflix rom-coms.
Really? So you think that's what bolstered him into the limelight?
I mean, what really bolstered him into the limelight was Anyone But You.
Yeah, then that's
really
a
did it
big
for
box
him.
Because I mean, he's now doing the Running Man remake.
Yeah. Oh, he was in Dark Knight Rises. Don't forget that.
Oh, come on.
Was he?
No. He's literally just in like 2 shots. He's a broker guy.
Yes, yeah.
And he gets his head smashed on a desk.
He's in as much as that movie as
Slav.
Joffrey is in
Slav.
Batman Begins.
Yeah.
I think you need to defend the Dark Knight Rises again.
Tear apart the Dark Knight.
Actually,
go to slavsfreetalk.com and you will find a nice little article all about why the Dark Knight is overrated.
Whoa.
But
The Dark Knight is overrated. I agree with that. It is overrated.
But Slav, I wanted to hit you up because we talked about where the Fantastic Four is going, Franklin Richards, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Where is Superman? Where are we going after Superman?
Film wise, I mean, they have Lanterns coming out. They have Supergirl coming out next year. Lanterns TV show, Peacemaker comes out next month. But I think, it's really in flux where the story's going. So I don't really know what's going to happen there yet, story wise. James Gunn's been really, the way he's been putting it is like, the universe is connected, but each one of these movies really stands on its own, which I kind of like to see. And I think it's going to be like that for the first probably handful of films, and then it's going to
kind of like phase
into
one
the
of Marvel.
MCU. I think that's what's going to happen. But next month, Peacemaker season 2 comes out. Next year, I think is where it's going to be exciting with Lanterns, the HBO Max series. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't believe we're going right into Supergirl. It's like, can we please breathe, guys? Can we breathe? I can't take this anymore. Just feed me some kryptonite already.
So that's one huge problem I had with Superman was it just felt like it was like 3 movies into a story already. And it just felt weird. And I mean, I'm glad that they really downplayed Supergirl, because I feel like they took away by having other heroes in it, it took away that isolation aspect of his character being the only one of his kind and feeling out of place. It's like he landed in a world that already had a lot of super beings. So it was like, yeah, he's isolated in a way, but he's not crazy isolated.
He's not unique.
The last comment.
No. What's the comment?
I felt like with Superman, I think like the moments we had where we could watch him develop were kind of, I don't know, they were undermined by so many other actions happening, whether it's something in the background, whether it's another character interjecting, or a conflict that's arising. That's something that was so challenging for me, trying to befriend his character. Just
I'm
little
excited.
things.
Green Lantern is my favorite superhero, so that's why I'm
Luke.
Really? Everywhere.
Luke's a simp, a DC.
But which one?
Well, specifically, Kyle Rayner was the one I got into comics because I was in the '90s. That's when I got into comics.
Yeah.
He's remained my favorite over the years, and I think that they've done a really good job of adapting him because he was like every '90s comic character that was being introduced. He was just edgy and stuff. They've removed a lot of that edge. They gave him more of a relationships with his, his mother and stuff became a little bit different and. Obviously the fridging incident, but yeah, Kyle Rayner, and then obviously, Hal Jordan will always be important.
I'm a Jon Stewart fan myself, so
Jon Stewart's great too. Guy Gardner when he's done right is good. I got out of comics at like post 2010, 11.
Wow.
So
you
like
stuck around a lot longer.
So you missed the whole Rebirth thing.
Yeah, the Jessica Cruz era or whatever.
The New 52. Was that?
Yeah, he would have seen a little bit of 52. That was what 09.
Yeah, New 52 was pretty much right when I was. Well, Rebirth is just an extension of New 52.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. But
yeah.
I did remember what I wanted to say before about Fantastic Four. By the way, so someone before mentioned how there was scenes that felt out of place, and I mentioned how they didn't really get a lot of development for the Thing and for Johnny. And then I believe it was Nadia said that there was a lot of reshoots. I have a feeling the things that were scraped out of the story were the Thing and Johnny. And that's why a lot of their moments seem almost out of place. Because there's no way they could have taken too much out of the Mr. Fantastic and Sue storylines because they're front and center with Franklin. So they probably trimmed. I wouldn't be shocked if there was like a 2.5 hour cut of this movie and they trimmed a big chunk out from the Thing and Johnny. It almost feels like he figures out an entire language from one sentence in like 3 scenes. Like I feel like that would have been stretched out. The Thing.
Dixie Johnny was able to do that.
The Thing, Ben meets his nice little Jewish girlfriend, and we never see her again until he goes to the synagogue. Like,
that's a storyline from the comics and even the cartoon, if I recall correctly.
Well, he has a girlfriend. It was Alicia, I think. Was the
yeah. So that felt very undercooked, like because he's dealing with. Well, he's a fucking monster now. Who's gonna fuck him now, kind of thing.
He's rock solid all the time.
That's what I was gonna say.
Natasha Lyonne's
he doesn't have to worry about ED.
Yeah, I guess.
But like, he at minimum him and Reed would get called from like Vivid, like for sure. Like, do
you remember this scene in the 2007 Fantastic Four when he's in the club with the chicks and he's explaining some scientific theory, and he does this with his fingers when they stretch, and 3 women are around each side of his shoulder, and they're just and I turned to my wife and I said, all they're thinking about is like them all getting fucked by him.
Yeah, that was Dominic West, right? Wasn't it?
No, the Mr. Fantastic
in the old movies.
Again, his name is hard to pronounce. It's Iwan Gruffin.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I thought. Yeah, that's been a while.
The joke I keep saying is people are still trying to figure out how to pronounce his name.
Oh yeah.
Just ask somebody who's Welsh and they'll tell you, and then they'll explain exactly why that's the real language. Why English is wrong.
Yeah. No, but
do we have any other topics, or because if we're coming to the end, I'll just hang around.
I think we got through all of it. I guess except for the materialists.
Yeah.
If you want to say something quick about that. Because Brawler, you said you saw it.
Oh yeah,
right?
well, let Kyle speak. I know he's been excited about it because I recommended it to him.
I saw the movie because of you, Brawler, and that often doesn't work. Where I like hear a recommendation and going to see it, it turns out that it holds that expectation after you walk out. But it was surprising to see that movie. That it actually, I would consider it one of the best movies of this year.
Oh yeah. It's just raw.
Surprising.
Raw is just the perfect word.
Yeah, Chris Evans is great in it. Pascal is still okay, as I keep
Yeah.
saying. He's not the reason that.
Yeah, it's
you
the
know,
messaging of the movie. I mean,
well, it's a script. It's
He's a
the
contributing
it's the
factor.
creators of the
Yeah.
movie that did well
Yeah,
with it,
yeah.
and you can tell that there are elements and scenes in that movie that are probably lifted from real life from the people that made that film.
Oh, bro, no.
Absolutely.
It's not even just the people that made it. Like the dating scene, especially. I mean, it's actually everywhere. I'm not even gonna pick on New York. That women
Yeah.
want somebody that's like 6 foot and over and like makes 150 grand a year. I'm
Mhm.
like, do you realize that like the fucking median income is like 55 grand, and like the average height of an American male is like 5'9"? So like.
I'm
The
6'1".
the unrealistic expectations, plus, I guess they didn't touch upon it in the movie so much, but the aspect of like dating apps being like cookie cutter, like you look at you throw on all the filters and it filters out possibilities that could be good. Namely, in this movie, the character that Chris Evans played.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah.
great drama, great drama between
Yeah, I
those
mean,
two.
that's
And I also, I think for whatever reason when I watched this, I only watched it because of Chris Gore and them on Film Threat. They were just raving about it. And I thought I'd give it a shot. And when I saw it, I couldn't believe it. I could not stop smiling. Just a full grin the whole time. And I think it just has like an indescribable charm. And I think it's that Celine song. She's got it right. It's raw. It's rich. And you just feel like you've been there before. And it's it's a retrace down memory lane for all of us. The worst points.
Even
and the
someone
high
as young
points.
as you.
Even someone as young as me, because
Yeah.
I have been part of that world as well.
I mean, yeah. So I
Um,
think this is messaging done right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't filter for fucking height and salary and all that. Like, give the fucking poor guy a chance, because he might actually be a really good mensch, as they would say.
So wait, so just give me a 2-sentence explanation about the like what the movie is. Just like elevator pitch, 2-sentence.
Brawler.
So yeah, okay, that quick. All
Well,
right,
actually,
so-
I have a synopsis that apparently is, well, not a synopsis, a logline. A young, ambitious New York City matchmaker, played by Dakota Johnson, finds herself torn between the perfect match and her imperfect ex, played by Chris Evans. And the perfect match is Pedro Pascal, who is the rich guy.
really-
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's a matchmaker. A lot of the film you're watching her do her business as a matchmaker, and it's fun and it's enticing to see and listen to the perspectives of her clients.
Yeah.
And while all this is happening, she's not lonely, but she's an attractive woman and she's competent and smart and she has a lot of great qualities. And Pedro Pascal just smoothly walks his way into her life. It's hard for men to actually appease her or to bring her real pleasure. And he's starting to show signs of that. And of course, right when he dances his way into her scene, Chris Evans also stumbles into her life. And he's a previous
Again.
ex of his.
Yeah.
He's an ex.
Okay.
And it's sort of kind of a love triangle a little bit. And she's
But not in a bad way.
No,
Not in a bad way. That's the thing.
And it's not, and it's
Not melodramatic.
There's no ill will between any of these characters either, which I respect.
Based on what you guys said, and I'll say this: one of the things that I'm glad about, like because next week is my birthday. I'll be 37 next week.
Oh, happy birthday!
I am so, and I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I'm happy I'm not like Brawler's age, because you guys, it sucks for you guys, right? Like, what's gonna happen in the next 10 years to the dating scene?
Yeah, I
and,
mean,
all of
dating
this
apps are going away. They're fucking going away.
But people don't interact with each other anymore the same way. I mean, this is what we're doing right now. In some cases, is the most interaction people have, and it's over. This is not really true interaction.
Yeah,
I could put on I think almost everybody on this stream, for the most part, having talked to most of you off of here, is who they are. But I know plenty of YouTubers who are very much a character. And so and you could do that in these dating apps and stuff, so you can create characters. And
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
until you
yeah.
meet a person in real life that you really know who they are.
Well, the thing is, like,
I met Paul in real life. He's the same guy.
Me and him are gonna meet up soon. We don't live that
yeah,
far.
I mean, and now that I have a car, like, I can just.
Man.
I mean, I'll just come
down.
into the city one day, man.
Oh hell
We'll
yeah!
stay in your place, Paul. You got a nice place up there. Nice high rise.
It's all right.
Yeah, dude. By the way, your skyline doesn't look real right now. It looks like you live in the Blade Runner universe, dude. It's pretty cool.
The best part is that if he was to
really
pan
cool.
his camera right now, he'd show you that he has about 9 feet of room for everything. That he has.
Yeah. I mean,
He sleeps next to the toilet.
It's tiny. Oh yeah.
He's
I
got
mean,
the
there are-
anybody who
there are
anybody
bullshit
who watched
apartments.
How I Met Your Mother. It's the what was it? The refrigerator, the ovenator.
toilet.
Refrigerator. It was like the refrigerator, oven, like these are all together.
No, but I mean, they're sticking up a whole bunch of like what somebody I know calls them the "fuck you" buildings. So Billionaires Row on 57th. It's these like $100 million apartments that nobody lives in. It's like shaped
remember-
fucking gun runners that park their money there. But now, like that building, I don't know if you can, what I'm pointing at, they slap
The
these
only
buildings
building we could see in the background. Yeah, we could see.
yeah. So
The big ass one.
that thing like went up quick, and there's a whole bunch of buildings going up around in my neighborhood. That I mean, they're fucking ridiculous buildings. There's one being built right there that's like, I don't know, something like maybe 40 stories, and guess how many fucking units? 22.
So when I used to work in
the apartments-
Secaucus, right?
Yeah,
Secaucus, which is right next to New York. Like that's I used to come
Yeah.
over the bridge, and I watched a lot of those high rises you're talking about go up, and they were almost record time. I'd be like, that wasn't there like a month ago. Like, what is going on?
Well, here's the thing: they are being slapped up overnight, but it's all shoddy construction. So there's one building I'm gonna like just fucking call out by name: 432 Park Avenue. I think like maybe Mark Zuckerberg bought one of the like maybe the 93rd floor or some shit like that, but they're having all sorts of problems. Like the higher floors can't get water. There was like flooding in the building. It's basically like shit construction.
It's like what happened. So that shit happened in the I think it was the 70s in England, in like the northern parts of England, where they had these really shoddy garbage apartment complexes that were basically built just to appease the minimal qualities that were required, and they all just that people who lived there, it was horrible quality of life.
Yeah, but Kyle, to bring it to Blade Runner, the most Blade Runner city I've ever been in, Tokyo, man.
I knew you were going to say an Asian country,
and I'm
like,
like,
city.
what the
Well, part of
fuck?
Blade Runner is based off of like those kinds of cities. So.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just like, holy shit! There's a fucking restaurant on the 7th floor of that building, right there. Like it's like it's honestly the coolest fucking city I've ever been to.
I want to go to Tokyo. Lucky.
Oh, dude, there's a neighborhood.
When you get
that's
older, don't
just
worry,
for us.
Brawler.
Slav and me, we'll go to Tokyo together.
Yeah, dude. You guys got hit up one neighborhood that's like for fucking nerds called.
I'm pretty sure I might be
Akihabara.
the oldest one here.
I
You
don't
got to
know
hit up
about
this
that.
neighborhood for nerds called Tokyo. That's what he's about.
No. There's a neighborhood within Tokyo.
You go down the corner and there's a whole store. It's all Pokemon. The whole thing is a
Well,
giant
yeah.
Pokemon thing.
Pokemon and like fucking there was like a whole shop like anime, and then like the 5th floor was like hentai,
And it was nothing but white people in it. There was not a single Asian in the entire building. It was crazy.
That makes sense.
I don't know, that place is fucking cool as shit. But yeah,
Luke's in the chat. He wants to go to Tokyo.
Luke. He could go with us. It'll be Slav.
Galliardo.
There you go.
I'll just go to like Little Tokyo and
I
somewhere.
took Japanese for 1 year in high school and failed it miserably, so I'll be all right.
You'll be okay with that, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Go in and just you're saying like Chinese phrase. You're like ni hao, and they're like
Oh, God.
Ni hao.
you're like
You're gonna arrest
lo mein pork chop suey.
Well, it's funny because I'm writing a new book, and in the book there's a Japanese man, and I'm using ChatGPT to like translate Japanese phrases or whatever, or English into Japanese phrases, and so it'll be all right is daijobu. So that's like become my mantra. It'll be all right.
Daijobu.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah.
Just walk
But
around. Yashira.
so Materialist, we recommend. I think
Yes,
those who have
I
seen
recommend.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no dissension
No.
among that movie.
It is all. It's already on the high seas.
Oh, nice.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
if
pretty
it's a
quickly.
Oh, that's
own
great.
it.
I'm actually getting because
Not on the
Megan
plate.
hasn't seen it yet, and I want to
Oh,
watch
right.
it. That was the thing, dude. This is how I didn't. It just naturally happened. I walked out of the movie. I called Megan and I told her about this movie. That like never happens. I
Oh,
said,
wow.
yeah. I said like,
Because don't usually
yeah. I
guys
think
go together?
you should see this.
If
Well,
only you were that
I
way
saw
with
two. I saw
Eddington,
two
Kyle.
movies that night. That's why it was.
If
I
only
yeah.
you were. You know what, Kyle? I wish you were so excited about Eddington that you call me on Instagram and you say, Jackson,
They can.
I loved Eddington.
Oh, on Instagram, yeah, I could.
I would-
Well,
I want
you're
you
up
to
for
be
it, man.
that Hyped. I wanted you to be that hyped.
Okay. Yeah.
See,
But
my
anything-
concern, I haven't seen the Materialist, but my concern is Dakota Johnson. I haven't seen a movie where she's led the movie that I've enjoyed ever.
No, that's fair.
Same.
Look, here's the thing. We don't like Pedro Pascal. At least I think he's just an okay actor. I
agree.
We obviously have qualms with what he says in his personal life, and at the very least, he's become a controversial figure with some polarizing statements. However, the movie is good enough where you can look past that. That's a show of there's a lack of bias. Like you can look past that shit,
yeah,
and
I
then
can
you
look
acknowledge that something artistically
But
is
I
of
can
quality.
always do that. I can separate the art from the artist from their real life.
Mm-hmm.
But Dakota Johnson has never impressed me as an artist. So that's what concerns me for the
Well,
movie.
that's fair. She's
Sorry,
also
Paul,
a
I
nepo
gotta
baby.
bounce. I'm seeing Naked Gun in
Yes, I
like
can't
20
wait.
minutes.
All right,
so
so
I gotta-
let's wrap it up. Since you have to go see the movie, why don't you go first?
Me? Okay, yeah. So thanks for having me on. It was a great time
Absolutely.
as always.
Yeah.
Box Office Brawler, Gen Z reviews is sort of my big thing now. I've had the blessing of having Dark Hour and Kyle on. Kyle several times.
By the way, my bad. I just
Thanks, Paul.
I
Thanks
just
for
fucking
avoiding
fell.
me.
I straight up fell asleep, and I woke up and I'm like, oh fuck.
In fairness, I forget about every single one of these streams until I'm told about it the morning of. And I'm like,
So courteous. Yeah, but this
I
Tuesday,
mark my
Kyle
calendars.
Kyle and I are talking about Godfather Part 3, and it's also going to be followed up by a further explanation and breakdown from a video from Kyle as well. So stay tuned. Watch us Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time and 9 p.m. Coastal Time. Is that right?
9 p.m. Central Time.
Oh, I'm
Coastal.
Central.
Coastal?
I'm used to Eastern, all right? That's the only
Eastern,
time
Central,
I need
Mountain.
in my life. Now I got to get used to all these other zones.
So
Great.
there's mountain time too.
I'm out of
Yeah.
here. Forget
Mountain
it.
Time only has like 3 stations. though. I mean,
Terrible
they're barely
outfit.
popular.
Don't
Thanks
even know how to
for
read
being
this
on,
stuff
Brawler.
there. Yeah, man. Good seeing you guys. Peace
Absolutely.
out. Good
Yeah.
seeing you.
Yep.
Cheers, man.
Dark Hour. What have you got going on?
Well, I'm actually going to take a slight break because I did so many videos and stuff in a short period of time. I will be
Nice.
starting a new show in the near future.
Oh, yeah?
I'm still working out the details on it. Mostly because it's second.
Is it going to be all about Danny DeVito from your picture behind you?
It should, well, I mean, that's the patron saint of New Jersey right there.
Oh.
So,
Not Philadelphia.
no. He's from Neptune, New Jersey. So,
Okay. Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
But yeah, so I'm taking a slight break. Like I've kind of made this way of doing it where I do like pockets of stuff and then move on, like take a break, then move to the next stuff. Because this isn't my full time job. It's still it's like I'm monetized. It's like a paid hobby, but it
Side
is still,
project. I describe it as a side project to people. Yeah.
but I do have real life shit going on. So yeah, I had my first video that ever crossed the 100,000.
Oh,
views.
good for you.
I
Nice.
got all the way to 300,000 views. So I'm really
Oh
excited.
wow.
about
Which
that.
one was that?
Nice.
That was my second Ironheart video. That one, ironically enough, one of my mods / like confidants, Melvin Deeply, was like, I don't know if you should even do a second video, and I was like, I don't know, I have a good feeling about this one, and I was right. So,
Wow.
but other than that, yeah, I mean, I got a couple of streams coming up, various channels, and You just catch me at random places. So maybe I'll be here next month. Maybe I won't be. Who knows? Maybe I'll forget again.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, you better be here next month, right?
I bet.
One
yeah,
of my
I will be.
subscribers.
I'm back. I'm back, baby. I'm fucking back.
Yeah,
I did want to show this
exactly.
off. One of my subscribers actually sent this to me. He custom handmade a fountain pen for me, and he sent it to me, carved out of wood. And it's
That's
hard, it's
wood,
gonna be hard
yeah.
to see, but it's engraved right there, and it has my wait a minute in there. So for my videos. So
I was gonna like try to make you. I still have no fucking clue how to use EVMux, but I wanted to feature you. But well.
Oh, well, you want a sound
Make
bite?
him big.
I can do it for you. Just let me know which one.
Let's see. How do I do it? No.
Oh,
You want to make his screen big?
Yeah.
You just
Oh, spotlight. That.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see. I thought you were saying you wanted to.
Boom.
Yeah, you can kind of see it there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Full
it's so
screen.
that's kind of
Yeah.
become my catchprise, which is funny because it's I literally just copied the scene when the first time I did that. It was just me copying the scene from My Cousin Vinny when they tell him he's being booked for murder. We're like, whoa, wait a minute. That's all I just copied that. Like,
That's actually such a great movie.
yeah, and it just kind of like went from there. I just kept using it, and it just kind of became my thing.
Yeah.
But,
Well, thanks for coming on, man.
no problem.
Always
man.
a pleasure.
Yeah, and I'll have you on my channel again soon. I'm just like working all the details out, but I gotta head out because it's hot in this room. There's no air conditioning in this room when I close the door. So
And it's hot as balls in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I will catch you later. Did I just does this one have an actual leave, or do I just X out of the?
You're just
I don't
X'd
use
out,
EV
I think.
Muck
Let's
set.
see.
I don't use EV Muck set.
Let's see. Yeah, there you
There
go.
it is. Yeah.
There it is.
I knew he was going to cut him off mid-sentence.
Kyle, what have you got going on other
As-
than brawlers?
Well, no, no, actually, I do have something, but I still will mention again how next Tuesday I'm going to be releasing a conversation I had with my friend and actor Benjamin Slack. We talked about Godfather 3, and the first 2 movies are available right now on my channel.
Nice.
But this one, this conversation was very surprising. I didn't expect how it would go. I'm already hearing pushback from people about this because I listened to Brawler. I wish he was here because I would have mentioned it. I was going to, but he was on a different stream where he was talking about and plugging this on the day next Tuesday. He's going to be doing a live stream. I'm going to be on it, but also releasing this video. And he got pushback from people about just talking about Godfather 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, it's already like has
buzz
contention, you know, just like fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do this. So that's going to happen on Tuesday. So keep an eye on that, audience.
Fantastic. Yeah. Send the link around.
Right. Yeah. And then on the 15th, this is like the earliest, live stream franchise retrospective or any kind of pre-planned thing is going to be a Superman franchise retrospective on August 15th.
Oh, nice.
More details to come. So
Yeah.
pay attention to the posts on my channel.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. And that's a perfect segue for Slav.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
me. Yeah, so
Superman superfan.
Superman superfan. Yeah, I mean, a super fan of all things. Star Wars, DC, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, I got my same stuff going on. My channel, Slav's Free Talk, you can check out. I got 2 shows weekly. I have my normal podcast, which typically is Mondays at 8:30 p.m. And then I have my DC, The Watchtower, which we call just The Watchtower. It's all DC talk. I try to do that Thursdays. Lately, it's been Fridays. So I'm thinking about moving it to Fridays because it's been hitting Fridays a lot more. But yeah, every week I have those 2 shows, as well as a plethora of videos that I put out on the channel as much as possible, as well as shorts, TikToks, all that jazz. With that, there's slavsfreetalk.com, which I throw up a whole bunch of articles as much as possible. I am looking for people that want to contribute. I mean, why not? If you're an aspiring writer and want to just write some opinion pieces on pop culture and stuff like that.
Totally.
Just
Totally,
to get your feet wet, nice little thing to start with. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing right now. And
Nice.
I am looking to hopefully expand my reach with things. I'm looking at doing some different things with my channel. So I might be reaching out to some of you folks that have been on this show to possibly collab in some way.
It won't be me. You and I are too contentious about the Dark Knight trilogy.
But yeah, we'll do.
Awesome. Yeah. I've got. I'm gonna hit it because I think that Moon video did really well hitting Pedro Pascal. So I've got something in the works there. I've had something in the can. I think I filmed it. I don't remember. I probably did. About Tolkien and Snow White, or rather Lord of the Rings and Snow White. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And then next month, I have to figure out exactly when, but stream will happen.
For sure, a next Thursday is going to happen.
Like
in
end
August.
of August, yes.
Okay.
At some point in August, because my birthday is actually in August, so probably after that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already packing in a lot of stuff the week after because I'm going to the U.S. Open, but probably that Thursday, 27, 28, something like that.
All right.
But,
month away, folks.
Month away, once a month for now. Yeah, so it's been a great Thirsty Thursdays as usual. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Perfect.
And bye, everybody.